Morning, Will. Here we are on Friday, Goodwood Eve. We've got a big team of runners at Morphettville tomorrow. We've had some good runners over the carnival and, like I said, a big team of runners tomorrow.
Yeah, no, we've had a indifferent carnival. We haven't struck a blow, but look, a lot of horses are hitting their mark and running PB. We've most probably got a handful of horses that are at their mark at the moment. But Episodic, she's had 2 black type placings. She said she'll have her last run for the stable tomorrow. She's done a really good job since joining the yard. Extremely lucky, should have won the Hills Stakes. We had a lot of good runs in that race, and like I said, a lot of horses are doing PBs, but we just failed to win a race yet.
Race 2 tomorrow, we've got 2 3-year-old geldings, Bleak Midwinter and Dapper Don. They were both really solid at their last outing.
Yeah, Bleak Midwinter, he was really impressive at Clare, but obviously a lower grade goes to a city race here. But I'd say for the prize money, it's only an even race. It's no stronger than a normal benchmark 3-year-old. Gets the services of Jamie Carr. Jamie knows him well, being owned by her father, and I think he'll get a lovely run in transit. He's most probably not much between the two of them, but I'm going to tip you Dapper Don each way. I think he's big odds. I think we rode him too close to the speed. Most probably went a little bit too slow last start on him. I like the bigger field. I like the draw. I'm going to get him off him a little bit, and I reckon he'll run a big race at 20-1. Race
4, the Santeria Stakes Episodic. He's going to the 2000 for the first time as she has her last run before the breeding barn.
Yeah, 10 furlongs, obviously right up in trip, but we get Jamie again, which is going to be huge, positive. I'd like to send her forward, put her in the race. I reckon that she's a each-way chance in a very even race. She's been a terrific mare for the stable, 6 wins, black type placed, and looking forward to seeing her at the last racetrack.
Race 6, the Cummings, over the mile. Favourite child, been a really good servant for the stable. She's drawn barrier 1 and looks like she'll get a nice run in the race.
Yeah, no, she's a really honest mare. She gives you what she's got. Barrier 1, they've been wanting to get off the fence a little bit over the carnival, but Beanie takes the ride. She's got no weight. She's got to be an each-way chance.
Race 7, we've got 3 mares that have drawn wide in the Proud Miss Stakes over 1200. They being Bugnish, Pure Bliss and Corianagi.
Yeah, Bugnish obviously won the race last year. Her form's been indifferent since then, but obviously that was huge for her stud value. I think that she's going to get a long way off him. She's Bolter's odds. She might run a little bit better than the quote, I think. Pure Bliss got a slight concern over the trip for her. We'll ride her conservatively. She was good in the hill stakes. She slipped coming down the hill like Lucky did. Most of her knocked a little bit off there, but look, the 6 furlongs is a little worry for me. Kiranagi, she really worked well the other day. Obviously, we haven't got back to that really huge run in the Blue Diamond, but she's ticking along all right, and I think that she's a solid each-way chance.
Race 8, the main event of the day, the Group 1 Goodwood. We've got Prairie Flower, who's had a really good preparation for us. Will Price takes the ride today with Kayla Crowther out injured.
Yeah, look, she is just an iron horse. She's been up for a long time. You know, we've taken her to her top a few times. She was desperately unlucky not to finish top 3 in the Oakley Plate, being a Group 1. Terrific last start, coming from last from the wide barrier and at the Group 1 level. Now, there's a lot of positives to go into the Goodwood, that being that she gets down with 52 kilos. She handicaps really well, mostly not against Giga Kick, but to the horses she met last start. I like the draw for her. Will knows her, and he will, sort of get her out the gates and get her sort of behind the speed a little bit closer, maybe keep a couple behind her. If she gets luck in running, she's a genuine top 4 chance, and I think that she's well over the odds.
Then the last race of the day, we've got 3 runners. Ballon d'Or has drawn barrier 16. Cullen Skink resumes, he's drawn 18, and Sarcham, who looks like he probably is in for a good prep, he's drawn barrier 5.
Yeah, a lot of the same for us, wide draws, but Ballon d'Or, terrific last start. She'll be ridden conservatively, find the line. There's beautiful races coming out for them, but she's going to have to do it the hard way. Callan Skink, he's shaping up really well. He was very bizarre last preparation. He put in a couple of good runs where he held up early in the prep, and then we sort of lost him for a bit, but he looks really good. His skin's great, and he's in a good frame of mind, so he's one to watch. He goes to a couple of weeks' time at Murray Bridge. I'd say that he's a long-term tip there. Sachin gets a good draw, gets Todd Panel. He's the best of our chances, and I reckon that he's a solid each-way chance. I'm going to say it's a hard day all day. Maybe Episodic's the best chance, but I'm going to have something on Dapper Don, and I'm going to be cheering extraordinarily hard for Prairie Flower.
And then a couple of young horses we wanted to touch on. There's a 2-year-old by Barood out of a mare that we had a bit of time for, Tambang Bessie, and also Yearling Filly by Shamus Award out of Steeler Pipe.
Yeah, the Baru Tam Tam Bessie, lovely 2-year-old, and has done all its time in the paddock, ready to come in work. It's going to be on a very cheap price point. Ros Day gave me a big tip for the horse, and she's growing it out well. She's trying to promote the stallion, who she stands herself. And like I said, broken in, ready to start some work. Shamus Award, beautiful filly. I loved her at the sales. She'll take time, but we've had so much success with the ones that Viv has bred and off his stud, and I think that she'll be in that mould, but she will take a bit of time.
Good luck to the punters out there and enjoy the day's racing.